All right, ratio homework number 4. A student runs 3 minutes every 12 minutes that she walks. Complete the table using this ratio. So we're going to do this. This looks a little bit different because it's going horizontally. The ones we did in class went up and down, but we're still going to figure it out the same way. So think of this like your X and this is your Y. So you're really still saying, what do I do to the 3 to get the 12? Well, we're going to multiply by 4. So you're going to do the same thing. So to go from 6, we're going to follow that same rule where you have to multiply by 4. And that's going to give us 24. So if we keep doing that, there we go. 9 times 4 would be 36. 12 times 4 would be 48. And 15 times 4 would be 60. Okay, so they set it up for you here, but now this time it's a little bit more difficult because sometimes they give you the cost, sometimes they give you the fertilizer. But we still want to figure it out the same way. What do we do to 10 to get to 110? So we're going to multiply by 11. So if we have to go the other way, you're going to have to think about it going backwards. So the opposite of times 11 is going to be to divide by 11. So using your calculator, you guys can do 220 divided by 11. And you should get 20. So I'm going to let you fill in the rest of the table like that. Another way to do this is to look at the numbers like this. To go from 3 to 6, we multiplied by 2. So 12 times 2 is how we get the 24. So same thing. To go from 3 to 9, we had to multiply by 3. So 12 times 3 is 36. All right, I'm going to let you fill in the rest of this table. Take a look at number 3. Now, number 3, Ms. Flood said you're going to need to go to the classroom to take a look at the graph. So if you go to classroom and then to, let's see if it's in the about section. So you're going to go to the About section and you're going to go to ratio number 4, homework. And there's a graph on there that has to do with flour and sugar use. So the question is saying, the graph shows the relationship between the number of cups of sugar and the number of cups of flour. Check all the statements that are true. All right, so the graph that you're looking at has the cups of flour on the bottom and cups of sugar over on this side, and then there's an 8 and a 16, and then there's a 2 and a 4, and it shows a proportional graph going through 0, 0, and it looks like this. So the choices that you have is you need 0.25 cups of sugar for every cup of flour. 1 ratio of cups of flour to cups of sugar is 8 to 2. To use 2 cups of flour, you need 8 cups of sugar. And the 0.164 represents 16 cups of flour to 4 cups of sugar. So you're going to go through each one of those and kind of determine whether or not it's true. So let's look at this last one. The 0.164, so that would be to go over 16 and up 4 right here, would mean that there's 16 cups of flour, which that's true, and 4 cups of sugar. Well, that's true. So to me, that would be a statement that is true, so I would kind of check that one. So you're going to have to go through and say, well, if I use 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of flour would be right here. Does that go up and hit 8? If I go up to the line and over, is that 8 cups of sugar right here? No, it's less than 2. So that one's not going to be true. I'm going to cross that one out. So I'm going to let you guys go through and just double check the other two. All right. Number 4, which of these ratios, if any, are proportional to 20/70? So again, 20/70, that word proportional means that they're kind of equivalent. So we're going to figure out, I'm first going to reduce that 20/70. I'm going to reduce by 10 on the top and on the bottom to get 2/7. So we could see if the other ones reduced to 2/7 as well, or we could turn them into decimals and see if they're all the same decimal. So if I did that, 2 divided by 7 is 0.2857. So if I type in some of the other ones, like 8 divided by 28, I do get the same decimal. So that one is going to be proportional. So then I'm going to check 7 divided by 2. Well, that's 3.5, so that's not going to be proportional. Then I'm going to check 120 divided by 420. And I get that same decimal, so I'm going to circle that one. So that's what you're going to do for numbers 4 and for number 5. You're going to determine whether or not those are equivalent. All right. So then if we flip to the back, number 6 says, suppose you're waiting in line. The time that it takes for you to reach the front of the line depends on the number of people ahead of you. The table shows how long you've waited compared to how many people are in front of you. Use the graph provided to plot the information from the table. So we're going to take this, we're going to plot it on the graph. So the first step, this is our number of people down at the bottom. And we're going to say, if there's one person in front of us, we're going to wait 2 minutes. If there's 3 people in front of us, we're going to have to wait 6 minutes. 5 people in front, you're going to have to wait 10 minutes. And if there's 8 people in front of you, it's going to take 16 minutes. All right, so now if I use my straight edge to connect those, it's going to make a straight line like that. So I know that it's going to go through 0, 0. So because it goes through the origin, I would say yes, it's proportional. Okay, so that's what you're going to be checking with the questions on the back. So I'm going to leave the problem down at the bottom. And again, you're going to have to go to the classroom, and here's the table. I'll write it on here, but if you can't see, you're going to have to go to classroom and look at this. If the x is 2, the y is 6. If it's 4, the y is 8. If it's 5, the y is 9. And 8 and 12. Okay, so you're going to graph this, and then you're going to determine whether or not it's proportional.